Hello, hello, welcome. Hi, Lena. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Happy Sunday. Whew, what's your weather like? It is hot outside. I have to go out there when the sun goes down and water the side of my yard that I didn't get to today because it was too hot to go out there in the morning. I was busy, and by the time I got back from service, it was too hot. So I will water this evening when it's starting to get dark. Did you have a nice week? Seeing what time it is, we have 2 minutes. I did have a nice week. Everything is going well. I hope everything is going well with you. Let's see what's happening. I will go live again on Sunday, a week from today. But then the following week is up in the air. I'll let you know. Why? Because I'm traveling. I'm going on a little vacation. We're going to go to Los Angeles and visit my aunt. And then we're going to take my grandson to Disneyland. And when I get back, I don't know if, you know how it is when you get back, take back the rental car, unpack all that stuff. I don't know if I will get to a live the following Sunday, but I'm going to try my best to be prepared in advance. And then when I get home, just come to my desk and go live. So we'll see, but I'll let you know for sure. This coming week is also, it's hot where you are, Lena, is also open house on Thursday. So please RSVP by tomorrow if you plan to come. I have packets made, but last minute RSVPs, I don't want to have to make any scrambles, Well, actually, the deadline will be tomorrow at noon. So if you miss that, then we'll have to wait till the following month. Hi, Dominga. So today I'm going to make, it's 7 o'clock. Yay. Today I'm going to make a 3D project, and I'm real anxious to share that with you. I think it's adorable. And you can use it for an occasion you might have coming up. Hi, Kathy. All right, so let's turn you down and get started. Oh, that's tightening. Is that tightening? Yep, that's tightening. Oh, boy. All right, there we go. Hey, Janelle. Okay, let me get a little bit closer for you. I kind of want to not get too close because this is a 3D item and I want, I think I'm going to leave it out. That's kind of, let's see. I think I'll leave it out just so you can see the 3D project better. All right, so here is my little housekeeping. Here is my name, Beverlee Morales, in case we have not met before or it's your first time here. I'm in Tracy, California. Hey, Marie. And you can shop with me at beverleystamps.stampinup.net. If you find anything you like here that I teach you, show you, that's where you'll go. And you can use the current catalog that you have. Let me know if you need one. And you can shop with me right here at my website, beverleystamps.stampinup.net. Also, I will upload this video either tonight or tomorrow to YouTube, and my channel is just my name. And then you can email me anytime at mofun44@icloud.com. I did, Jonelle. I did have a nice weekend. Okay, so let's start with the project. So let me tell you why I came up with this idea. I told you last week that my grandson Clay is going to be a daddy. So that means I'm going to be a great grandma again. And Julia wanted to know if they could have the reveal party here at my house. Well, I said yes, of course. And then I started thinking, if we do have a reveal party here, I need to start, I don't need to, but that's just the way I am. I want to start decorating and thinking of ideas, what are we going to serve? What's the tables going to look like? That kind of thing. And so I came up with this as a place setting for the utensils and napkins. Hi, Lynn, for the reveal party. Of course, I'm going to show it to Julia first. And We will decide on colors later. I don't know if I'll do some pink, some blue, since it's a reveal party, or if I'll do a neutral, or what I'll do for sure, but you guys will get the gist with what I show you right now. So you're going to start by getting a bag from the Dollar Tree is where I got them, because you're going to need multiples. Let's say you're having a garden party. Let's say you're having a few gals over for lunch or something like that, and you're going to be outdoors and you just want to make it really special, or you're going to be in your dining room and you just want it to be very, very special for your guests that you have. So they come in a pack of 3, and they come in white or craft. Here's what the little tag looks like. They're $1.25 for 3 of them. And there's multiple sizes. This was the smaller of the 2 sizes that I got, because I was going to use them as a utensil and napkin holder. I might put something else in there, like a little gift, since it's a bag, but I haven't gotten that far in my mind yet. Okay, so that's what I used for this bag. Stand it up so you can see how it's going to look at the place settings. I have my granddaughter Courtney had her baby showers here, and I had purchased these chargers for her baby shower, and I bought like 60 of them. So I plan on using these again with the plate on top of the charger. Colors are probably going to be white and gold or something like that. But in this front pocket, I hold the utensils. And then we already love this baby already, don't we all, right away? A little baby's breath, just because it's a baby, a little tiny clothespin. And then you open up the bag, and this is where our guests will find their napkin and probably another surprise. Maybe some chocolate, maybe a candle. I don't know. I don't know what else I will put in there, but I'm going to show you. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. I'm going to show you how I made this. So I took the white bag, and they have the handles in them already. And we're going to take our snips. Now this bag looks like the handle's a little crooked, so I'll straighten it out there. And you can tell when you have it in your hands where the handles stop. So what I did was I turned it sideways, and you can also see how deep they go into the bag. So I just took my paper snips and I cut up to where the handles are, and I cut this off. Now you can also cut this off. I cut it straight across. You can also round it if you like to, but when I rounded one, I didn't like the way it looked. And so, just because of my cutting, if you can cut better than me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that came out of nowhere. Excuse me. So I decided I was going to cut straight across, and that looked tidier for me. Okay, so that's what I did. And then it kind of reminds me of a little apron. So if you're having a birthday party where you're barbecuing, you can make this masculine. You can do the same thing. And that was my thought there. So then I wanted to decorate the bag somewhat, stamp the bag somehow. And you guys all know that I love the painted stripes background stamp. I've told you before that it's one that I've used a lot. The number is 165437. Here it is. And it takes block F. If you get this stamp, make sure you have block F to mount it to. So I'm just going to ink this up, and I am using blue in this case, just like I did on the sample I showed you. This is Balmy Blue. Hi, Carol. And I inked it up really well with my re-inker. so I could get a good covering onto this stamp. Now, the first time I used this stamp, remember I told you that if you see some spots that do not get covered, no matter what you do, as far as pouncing ink on them, that's the way the stamp is made, and it's made to have lighter stripes and incomplete stripes and random parts like there. So you'll see that when I stamp it. Then I'm going to keep it landscape style. And I'm going to bring my bag over, and I'm going to put the top of my bag onto the end of the stamp. I'm going to pull it down so I can see. Lay it down. Bring over a piece of printer paper and start to press. And that is how I got the white bag to have these stripes on it in the background. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. Okay. And here we go. Now, I didn't do very good up there, did I? Do I dare? Do I dare? I'm not going to dare. I'm not going to dare. I can stamp a flower there or something if that happens to me while I'm making these for the party. Let me get my chamois. Clean off my stamp. Before I put it away. And the chamois, if you want to know where that comes from, it comes with the glass mat. It's part of the glass mat. And the glass mat number is 163996, and you also get this little rubber tray to keep your chamois on. And this is used for multiple different reasons, but we're going to continue on with what I'm doing right now. Okay. So if I have, do I have a stamp set close to me? I don't, but I'm going to grab a flower stamp set and ink it up and just stamp a flower right there after this is over, after this slide is over, so I can use this bag. All right, so my bag's ready. So now all you need is some designer series paper, and you can use the 6x6, and we need a piece of white cardstock as well. And then I'm going to get my cut and emboss machine over here. Okay, I've got platform 1, 2, and 3. I have the white piece of cardstock, and these banners have, I'll show you the party banners after I cut this out. They have so many banners in this set. It's amazing. I love this banner set. Probably one that I will not ever get rid of, even if it retires, because I have a lot of parties and functions and reasons to make banners, and so I love the different sizes of this set, so I'll probably keep it. And usually when I make a banner, a true banner to hang, I cut fabric out. I use these dies on fabric. Okay, so there's the little banner. There's that one. And then let's get the bigger one here, the bigger piece of designer series paper. Fits 6x6, fits right on our machine perfectly. And I'm putting the banner, the flagging, making sure I'm getting that, because this is the largest banner in the set, and it's actually longer than the 6x6. It looks like it's like 5.5 by 8 or something. So I'm taking the banner cut and making sure I get that in here. And I'm going to tape it down just so I can let go and put the other acrylic on top and run it through. Okay. All right, let's take this all apart. And we have a beautiful banner here. And this is beautiful if you're going to use it to make a banner or for what I'm using it for today. Okay, where's my bag? Here's my bag. So I'm going to turn it in this direction and just place it on my bag. Now, if you want it a little shorter, which I think in this case I do, so my utensils have some area back here, I'm going to cut about 3/4 of an inch off of this. Here's my paper trimmer. There's 1 inch, so here's 3/4. Start there, and let's see how that looks. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, just so I have enough room for my items to poke out. So now we want the top to be free of glue because we're making a pocket. So we're just going to put glue on the 2 sides and the bottom. I wanted something absolutely adorable, but I wanted something very easy so that I could, I don't know when this reveal party is going to be, but when they give me a date, I wanted to be able to get it done fairly quickly. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people here, but you never know how things change. Okay, so then I tested out how the pocket's working for me, and I love wooden utensils. You can get them on Amazon. And I thought about using the stamp on the handles of the utensils, but I said, no, Bev, don't give yourself too much work. Cute idea, but we don't need all that work. And then I have some baby's breath. We have a new Trader Joe's in Tracy now, and I'm so excited because they have flowers, bouquets of flowers at very reasonable prices. And they had some baby's breath. I had a dinner party last weekend, and the baby's breath is lasting a long time. And so I grabbed some from my bouquets I had from the dinner party and added it to this bag, and I fell in love with that look. All right, so now we're going to take the banner out of cardstock, and I'm using the Layered Thoughts stamp set again. And I have the word love. And I'm going to use Balmy Blue ink again. I should be seeing Julia tomorrow. And they're coming over for dinner if she's not working, but Clay's coming, and I can show him to see if they like this. Something they would like to have at their party. Love. And then the U also comes in the set. Just basic stamping. And then I'm going to put a bow on here. So whatever designer series paper you pick, let's say you're having a garden party. You could do the perennial lavender, Wouldn't that be gorgeous with some lavender sticking up there in your utensils and things? And you could stamp some different words. But you get what my ideas are coming. So now you just need these little tiny clothespins. These also you can get at any hobby store or Amazon. I like Amazon because they deliver right to your door. And hang that there. See, isn't this easy, but it really packs a punch. And then I'm going to take some ribbon and pull it off the spool. And I'm going to take about 9 inches. My ribbon scissors. I hope that's enough. And I'm going to make a little bow. If it's enough, I have to write it down. I think it is. Yay! I have to write it down so I know when I make the rest of them that I need 9 inches of ribbon. Hi, Connie. Okay, let's see. I want this a little shorter. And when you come to open house, you can see these in person, of course. We're going to take some mini glue dots. And this is kind of thick ribbon. I think it's retired. It's, what's it called? Boho blue ribbon. I'm going to take 3 mini glue dots just because I do not want these to pop off. And I'm just going to set that right there. And then we're good. Okay. So I want to show you how I've got this knotted ribbon on my ribbon spool to hold my ribbon in place so it's not just spilling out all over. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so the other thing I did I bring one out? Let me see. Oh, I guess I didn't. I meant to. Okay, well, there's one in the bag. These are some napkins. You know what? I'm going to run in and get it because I think you really need to see it. Let me run and get one. I had to run to my pantry. These are some beautiful, beautiful napkins. We use them for every day, but because they're so thick, almost like linen, and so big, we cut them in half for our use on a daily basis. But when we have company, we put them in the restroom by the sink so people can dry their hands and throw them away. And we use them for barbecues and that type of thing, and we leave them whole. So for the shower, I'm planning to leave them whole like this, but I'm also going to take one of the banners, and let's see which one I use. This is a good time to show you all the banners in case you have not seen them before, but look at all of these. My goodness. So you just find the one that fits on your, that one's too big, that fits on your napkin. There we go, like that. And you run it through the machine and it cuts so beautifully, just like it does the DSP and cardstock. But let me show you so you know. Okay. So here's my napkin. And it's folded in half, so I'm putting the flag end on the open end of the napkin. And the other thing you can do, I thought about this. I could use my alphabet set and cut a C and add a C on here. My grandson's last name is Campbell, so the baby's last name will be Campbell. So I thought about putting a C on there, and you can also use a heart die and cut hearts out of your napkins. I do that for parties, and everybody's like, oh, where'd you get these cute napkins with the hearts? And I just cut them out with using my die cut machine. So, and my dies, that was crooked. So let me get it straight. It's just a darling way to dress up your napkins. And it doesn't have to be these napkins. It can be any napkins. Okay, but we're going to just go partially and then come back, because we don't want to cut here and cut the napkin off, right? So this cuts, this die is a little bit narrower than the actual napkin, so I thought it was fine because I got my paper snips with this. And I did the same thing I did on the bag. I just cut straight across. That little piece off. And come over here and do the same thing. Pull it up to where it ends, where the cut ends, and then snip. And pull that off. So now I can take my napkins. This was the other one. So just depending how far you roll in, you can stop shorter or go longer. And then you open up your little bag. And if you guys can think of things I should put in here, like I said, it's going to be at each place setting. If you can think of other things I can put in here besides a napkin, maybe a wet wipe, you know, and then I have the little flag part sticking up, so when they pull that out, they see that that shape is the same as this shape here. So I just thought that was a darling way. I don't know if it's going to be a dessert night or a full dinner or what it's going to be, but whatever it turns out to be, I think that this presentation is going to be adorable. So this will be sitting on the right side of each of the plates, just like that. What do you guys think? Where do you get the napkins? On Amazon as well. I can type in the comments for you. I'll ask Ken. He orders them. I'll ask Ken what their exact name is, but they're wonderful. They're wonderful. In fact, I had some company come over, and when she was using her napkins, she says, oh my gosh, these are so nice. My daughter's getting married. I want them for the wedding. And so we gave her the link, and she ordered those for her daughter's wedding. They're that nice, but like I said, we cut them in half so they'll go twice as long, and we use them at home. And they're not, you know, when you cut them in half like that, they're not any more expensive than regular napkins or paper towels at the store, because it comes in a big pack and it's pretty economical. So anyway, here it is. I hope you like my idea. Thanks, Lena. All right, ladies, have a nice week, and we will see you on Sunday. All right. Thank you for being here. Good night.